Hello friends, once again welcome to our TTMI video. Our goal is that you will be encouraged, that you will share this video with other people. And I'm telling you that God is going to do great things in the lives of people that are going to be watching. So today we have a very special person. To me, it's my son. God has done great things in his life and I want you to watch it. God bless you.
Hi, my name's Esteban. I'm 20 years old and I live in Hamilton, Alabama. And I would like to share my testimony with you. I grew up in a Christian home my whole life. Dad was a assistant pastor, youth pastor. My mother was a children's pastor. So I grew up knowing the concept and the stories and just the general view of Christianity. I could recite to you the stories in the Bible, the Jonah, Moses, the Red Sea, all these stories. I knew about them intellectually and I knew about them in my mind, but there was never a relationship with Jesus growing up in church. I knew church, but I didn't know Jesus. I knew tradition, but I didn't know Jesus. I knew stories, but I didn't know Jesus. So that always led to an emptiness that I always had, that there was just always that question, God, there has to be more to this than what I see. So anyways, I grew up in church and all this was going on. I was in middle school. I began to pursue popularity and friends and climb the social ladder, and I had achieved this. I had gotten the friends, I had gotten popularity, I had was captain of the football team, and people knew who I was, and I was whatever. But all the time that was happening, I was living a lifestyle of secret sin. I was bound by pornography, I was bound by lust, I was just bound by sin in general. And I knew the whole time that there has to be more to this life. There has to be more to my life than living, growing up, getting a job, going to church, getting a family, and then dying. I was like, God, there has to be more to this than what I see or what I hear. So I grew up and all this was happening, and we went to a conference in Hamilton, Alabama called The Ramp. And that night, I don't remember most of the night. All I remember was that the preacher gave an altar call. He said, if you're tired of living this life and you're ready to give your entire life to Jesus, then you come to this altar. And I remember I was at that place where I was fed up with where I was at. I said, God, I want whatever you have, and there has to be more. And I ran to the altar, and I remember getting on my knees and weeping as the power of God came over me, and His presence just encountered me. And in a moment, from that moment, man, God completely changed my life. I can say it was that point in my life that things from then on have never been the same. Chains were broken, addiction was broken, and most of all, God identified me as His son, and He gave me purpose and a destiny. So that night I got up and I was a completely different person. God redeemed me, God restored me, and God put me back together. And like I said, He gave me purpose. So after that moment, it's been almost 5 years now, and there have been struggles and there have been trials and things that have come, but not one time have I ever stopped pursuing God. I'm constantly hungry and just ready for the more of God. So Jesus is the best thing that has ever happened to me. He changed my life, and also He gave me satisfaction for a longing that I had sought for in man, that I had sought for in sin, that I had sought for in the world, and none of those things ever satisfied me until I encountered God. And it's not encountering church, it's not encountering a religion or even a preaching or a pastor. I encountered the love of Jesus, and it was the love of Jesus that changed my life. So if you're out there and you're listening to this, I just want to encourage you that you seek God with all your heart, because the Bible says, if you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. So pursue God, seek Him, and I promise you, He will not disappoint you.